What is going on, guys? EK1 Gaming here, and welcome back to another Division 2 build video. Today, we have been having so much fun just rocking out with a skill build slash armor regen, surviving skill build, if you want to call it. I don't know what you want to call it, but it is just so much fun. Most skill builds out there, really, you're really squishy. You're just going to die straight away if in legendary missions if you get too close or something. But this gives you that little bit of extra comfort. It may not hit the hardest, but it does clear legendaries with ease, and it also makes sure that you stay alive. Now, if you do find today's video helpful, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and well, let's get straight into it. So we're going to start with the specialization. Now, the reason we're doing this, of course, is we get the +1 skill tier. We also get some skill damage. We also get armor kits applied to friendlies. We also get 12% damage to drones, skill proxies, and robotics, which comes in handy. But the one thing mainly you want on here as well is the AR. So, of course, have this exactly how I've got it set up here. You don't need anything else. You don't really need skill healing or anything like that. So just have it set up exactly how I see it here. And then going into the actual build itself, this is what it looks like. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, this is not leveled out. You can see this, look, proficient, but no levels of proficiency. But this has got a level 1 on the capacitor. So just going into that, we are starting with the capacitor as our main weapon, but we are going to be switching between primary and secondary. Now, this is an AR, which is why I told you to put AR damage on the specialization. And what the capacitor does basically is shooting enemies builds a stack to a cap of 40. Each stack grants 1.5% skill damage, and after 5 seconds, stacks decay by 1 per second. For each skill tier, you gain 7.5% weapon damage. Now, we're running this with 6 skill tiers, okay? And, of course, we're going to be stacking up that 1.5% over and over again. Now, going into our secondary, which basically acts as a great secondary weapon, is Harmony. Now, this is a named rifle. Don't worry about having spec'd into rifle damage. You can if you want to. It's completely up to you. But it's got perfectly in sync. If you don't have this, just have something with in sync on it, okay? So hitting an enemy grants +20% skill damage for 5 seconds. Using a non-shield skill, which we are, or damaging an enemy with a skill grants +20% weapon damage for 5 seconds. Now, damage increases are doubled while both buffs are active at the same time. Now, we're hitting enemies with this gun, and then we also are hitting enemies with our drone and our turret. So we're doubling the buffs there. So definitely them two work hand in hand, side by side. Just make sure you're flipping over every sort of 5 to 10 seconds-ish. Just try and get the most out of the Harmony and the capacitor. Now, for our mask, and we are running 3 pieces of this, it is the refactor, okay? Now, refactor, basically 2 pieces give you status effect. We're not worried about that. 3 pieces give us skill damage. And then 4 pieces, what we're really utilizing here, as well as the skill damage, of course, is return to sender. So you receive repairs of 10% of the damage dealt by your skill. Your allies receive repairs of 20% of the damage dealt by your skill. So the more damage your skills are putting out, the more healing you're going to get back on your armor. And you can see in the clips, the armor is just shooting back up even when I'm getting shot on legendary missions. Now, for this, we've got skill damage and skill haste. That's pretty much going to be across the board, skill damage, skill haste, and we've, of course, got the skill tier here as well. The backpack we're using, Ninja Bite backpack. Now, I was just playing around with Ninja, and just I like the way it vibes. I like what it does. It's got weapon damage, armor, and it gives you a skill tier, so you get best of 3 stats there on it. And the best thing about it, of course, is it slots in with any equipped gear set or brand set item to fulfill a requirement towards unlocking a gear set bonus. So basically what that means, if you've got 3 pieces of refractor on, you've actually got 4 pieces because that counts for the 4th. So as you can see, it's saying that we've got the 4 pieces, which is the return to sender. Like the chest piece here, and of course the holster is going to give us that second talent on each of those as well. And talking about chest piece, we have gone for the impetus. Now, this is quite a new chest piece. It's got perfect kinetic momentum on it, but we're going to go skill tier, skill haste, and skill damage with skill haste mods. I've put skill haste mods on all of these pieces. So perfect kinetic momentum. When in combat, each skill generates a stack while active or not on cooldown. Stacks increase your total skill damage by 1.5% and total skill repair by 2%, up to 18 stacks per skill. they're lost when it on cooldown. So basically, when you're in combat, our skills are generating more skill damage. And like I said earlier, this is not the best, highest damage skill build in the world, but it's just so fun to use. And obviously we have some armor there, and of course when you max the stuff out, like proficiency levels and expertise, it's going to get even stronger and even better. But I really like this build. Now let's go on to the gloves. We are using the refactor gloves. Again, we know what the stats are because they're the same. We're just going to go skill damage and skill tier. As you can see, my skill damage is very low there as well, so make sure you max those out. For the whole style, we are going Hannah U. That's because one piece of Hannah U gives you skill haste, and 2 pieces give you 10% skill damage. So that's with the Ninja Bike backpack. It gives us that second talent or second brand set right there. So we're boosting up that skill damage. We're going to go skill tier, skill haste, and skill damage. Again, you can see my stats are not maxed out. And just going back to the Wyvern chest piece here, it is 8% skill damage on here, and you get status effect. Status effect, we're not really that bothered about. We're only using this really for the perfect kinetic momentum, just to get some stacks up. Knee pads, again, refactor. That makes the 3 pieces that we've got on. I've gone for armor and skill damage. You can do what you want on this one. You can stick a 7th skill slot in if you want to, but because the technician gives us an extra skill point, we've gone for 5 skill points. So you can see 5 here, and then we'll get an extra one which makes it 6, so which actually puts the skills at 6 points. So now we are going on to the skills. The drone, we're using striker drone. It's here at tier 6, which gives it plus 120% striker damage, plus 420 health. Again, not proficient, not leveled up. And then I've just gone for damage, health, and duration on there as well. Our second skill is the assault turret. Again, it's just something that's going to be beaming down, doing constant damage, which means we're going to be constantly healing ourselves and our teammates if you are playing with a team. Now, this one has tier 6 as well, as see, plus 120% damage, plus 420% health on that one as well. I've gone damage, health, and duration on that one for the mods. If we do just click into the stats here, you can see the drone is at 76,921 damage, and the turret is at 123,459 damage, and the skill haste 76.5%. and 76.5% on the drone as well. So we're definitely getting those skills back fast enough and being able to get them and keep on using them over and over again. So it's definitely benefiting the build completely. Now, this is really fun to use. So let me know in the comment section below if you enjoy videos like this, if you like the builds that I'm bringing out. They are different. They're not just going to be meta builds all the time. Let's go off the scale a bit. Let's go and just experiment and play around. If you have any changes or you think you can do something to this build that makes it a little bit better while keeping the main purpose of it being armor, regen, and damage, let me know also in the comment section below. I'm interested to hear your feedback, guys, and people who especially play skill builds, because I don't play skill builds, but I'm absolutely loving this. Now, this video is releasing and the footage is released after that skill event. So this is not with the procs from skill events or any global event at all. Don't forget, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.